And we're back with some more Rimworld. And we have finally gotten enough study done on the golden cube. We can now deactivate it. Doing so will destroy the cube, breaking its psychic hold over your colonists. However, the psychic whiplash from the cube's destruction will send any cube-interested person to a berserk rage. Those in caravans will abandon your colony entirely. Deactivating the golden cube will cause any cube-related interest person to enter a violent berserk rage. The following people will enter berserk rage. Brandon Shimpa. Oh, yeah. Somehow, the moment War Machine went into a coma... Oh, yeah, I should probably cover that. War Machine slipped into a bit of a coma. Cube coma. Turns out, once you let their cube withdrawal max out, they just go unconscious. Doesn't seem that bad, to be honest. Though it turns out destroying the cube will cause people who are a little bit cube curious, like Brandon here. They've got 10% cube curiosity. What's the best? Probably just knock them out. That would probably be the easiest thing to do. I mean, we could try stuffing them in transport pods or putting them in storage containers, but I think we'll just knock them out while we do this. A quick anesthetization, that'll stop being a problem, and then we'll deactivate the cube. In fact, no more need to study that anymore. Get back to work. Once we've got Brandon knocked out, we'll get Nomad to destroy it. Or I'll take care of the pit rumbles. Damn it! Is this thing almost destroyed yet? I went down and cracked open the wall so I could have a look at this thing. The dread meld is currently a toxic build-up miner at 28%. Soon it'll be dead, and when it is, this thing will stop spitting things out because it'll be destroyed. Now, let me send in a couple of people to take care of this problem. It is a beautiful-looking mess, but it's our beautiful-looking mess. Once these guys have finished killing all the tough spikes, all the tough spikes are dead, are they? Close enough. We'll do one last Manhunter pulse just to make this super easy on ourselves. And that should be the end of that problem. And over here, Nomad Gunslinger, where are you, buddy? They are currently taking a shard over to this, and they are going to use that shard to destroy the golden cube. And Brandon right now is unconscious, and I queued up a second anesthetic on him just to make doubly sure that he doesn't go crazy. Come on, you can do this. Oh, and War Machine shouldn't do anything because, well, they're in a coma for the next few days. Yeah, so it should be grand. Let's just keep an eye on Brandon. If they do go mental, we've got an elephant there right beside him to stomp on them. Come on. Cube deactivation. You have successfully destroyed the golden cube. The psychic golden cube. The psychic whiplash has driven colonists into berserk rage. These people have entered a temporary berserk rage. Brandon Shimpa. No? They're fine. Cube withdrawal 15. Problem solved? Huh. I was really expecting that to be a little bit more, brutal. Is War Machine back up and running again? Huh. Okay, I thought they were going to be at action for the next few days. I was pretty sure that Brandon was going to go into a coma for the next few days. Alright, problem solved? I'll just clean this mess up over here, and we got some shamblers over here that we are just farming for hopefully a shard or two. Well, the Harbinger tree is feasting. We're going to go down and just actually finish out this pit gate place. Reason being, well, this guy's taking a really long time to die. Where'd you go? Oh, there we are. The dread meld. Toxic build-up is minor. It's been down here for a few days, and it's like, no, I'm good. I don't care. Okay, everyone, kill him. Bleeding out in 23 hours. That's cool and all. You guys get over here. We shall put you in Ghoul Frenzy and undraft you. And the rest of you, you can go on Ghoul Frenzy. Just... maybe you should climb to the surface just for a second. Well, things are getting a bit hairy down here, and we'll let the ghouls kill everything. There we go. Super fast. God, these things are just monsters. Hey, what's the maximum damage everyone's taken? 97, 98, 79%. Wow, what hit you? You took 3 points of damage to the torso, 1 to the clavicle. Oh, 4 points to each leg. That's actually a lot. And 2 points to the right tibia, a little bit to the femur. Okay, so you had some pass-through damage. By and large, though, yep, not a big problem. Okay, then. Virtual machine, get down here. You can start firing the stuff out of here. All we really wanted out of this was the 3 shards. This thing always seems to drop them, and we're taking them. Thank you kindly, and we'll take all the bioferrite as well. And I think that's everything. You can climb to the surface. We'll leave... Ooh, you know what? Little replacement. I'd like you to maybe do a little bit more exploration. There's a few areas down here we haven't explored, though the place will start collapsing shortly, so maybe don't hang around too long. I'll send everyone else out. This place should not collapse for another 10 hours, but what I want to see is there any areas... Ah, there's a flesh bulb we missed. And it contains someone who's got some gear that we don't care about. Wonderful. Keep going. We did find ourselves a tomb, but no, I think we're good. There was nothing really else good in here, so we'll just climb back to the surface. I think this was a fine cavern. Now it's dead. Let's go. It's just about time to awaken the monolith, I swear. There's just one last thing I want to do. Get rid of this -6 for having slaves in the colony. That will take us 4 days. We'll just wait 4 days. We'll be able to hammer out all these rituals, and it should give us enough points to modify our religion one last time and get rid of that slaves negative. And anyway, we don't have slaves. We just have walls that hum gently with happiness. It's a completely different thing. Also, I'm thinking it's time we unleash the flesh mass heart. We can induce a tachycardiac event at any time, and I want to see about covering the edges of the map. It might make things a little bit awkward here and there. Oh, and I should probably finish walling in a few bits here. I just want to make sure that the wall is well contained. We might have to worry about a few breakouts now and then we'll have to tachycardia to the heart and start again, and I don't want to do that if we can avoid it. Now, how are we looking? Yeah, someone grab those granite blocks, and once they're gone, we can deconstruct the grave, and that thing can just start, well, spreading. There we go. Excellent, excellent. It's spreading. I should keep it far enough away from us that doesn't cause us any problems, while still being an annoyance to everyone else that comes onto the map. Plus, it should stop all the spawnings on this edge of the map, all the way from here, all the way down, all the way across over to here. I mean, theoretically, we could keep it going, but I don't think you'd want to. I mean, you could wall in all of the maps, let's say, up to here, then bring it the whole way around the other side as well, so the two of them almost meet up, and then cut a hole here, so the only way into the map would be through, like, a thin tunnel you'd cut through here. I mean, will that work? Yeah. You'd have, say, a 2-tile wide hole right here leading all the way to the edge of the map, and everything would have to spawn in there. It would be weird, but you could do it. Is there any other else? You might be able to do it here as well. Yeah, actually, this place would be even better. You could cut a hole right here. Oh, actually, no, it'd have to be here. Say about 4 or 5 tiles wide. And then everything would have to enter the map through this location. Then you could just make a kill box on the other side. That's assuming the flesh wall grows enough. I suppose we'll find out pretty soon. We'll let this grow for 4 or 5 days while we're waiting for our rituals to finish cool down. Oh, you can go. And then once that's done, we'll see what happens or how big it gets. There must be a limit to it, right? Right? This thing's not spawning any enemies. As far as I can tell, it's just spawning flesh wall. That's it. It's just flesh mass everywhere. No actual defenders. So realistically, this thing only starts spawning defenders when it's contained. As in, the biomass either gets turned into walls or it gets turned into critters would be my guess. So what happened before was, when I had contained really small, it couldn't, well, when it was a thin layer of wall all the way around the base, once that was finished, it was just like, okay, now I'm just going to have to start spawning monsters, at which point it did. And so far, we've only got 1 turret. It's got a decent range on it. Ooh, so yeah, when we go to induce a tachycardic event, that's going to hit there. That is roofed in, but I think those things can shoot through roofs. I'll have to double check. We'll find out, I suppose. We can send in a ghoul to tank the shot anyway. The flesh wall has, well, finished growing. It has literally occupied every single square it can. It's walled in all the way across. This could actually be quite useful. Wait, Smirk has successfully triggered an obelisk duplication? Oh, come on. I don't need any more duplicates. We've already got enough. Okay, fine. You know what? We're immediately going to send you for an examination. Surgical inspection, please. Let's find out what's wrong with them. I was just thinking, Smirk's married. In fact, they're the only person on the team that's married. Yep, they're married to Love Machine. But this Smirk is not married to Love Machine. In fact, this Love Machine does not like them at all. Negative mood. Okay. This has got to be disconcerting. Alright, what's wrong with you? Organ decay. Right, okay, we need to jump on the organ decay immediately. Think about organ decay, I've been advised, is if you let it go, suddenly all their organs start to decay. But when you get it early like this, it's one issue. Since it's one issue, you can fix it with Xenotaph. Xenotaph has unnatural healing, so they can just go bada bing, bada boom, and problem goes away. Well, it should. Alright, Xenotaph, work your literal magic. You heal the scarification. I want to slap you, Xenotaph. I really just want to slap you for that one. Like, guy has literal organ decay, and you're like, oh, you know what? You got a little scratch there. Got a little scratch. We're gonna take care of that scratch for you. You'll be right. Muppet. Fine. We'll chuck together a bionic heart, a detoxifier kidney, detoxifier lung, detoxifier kidney, detoxifier lung, and we'll replace all their organs. But before I got so rudely interrupted by a random obelisk duplication, we have, where is it? Finished all of our little balloon parties, and we've managed to get our hands on a reform ideology. So we can now finally reform our ideology to get rid of the hate for having slaves. It's not that we've got a lot. We just, the Yunners stuff is like, well, they're classified as slaves. Well, okay, they are. We could actually hire them, but we use slaves because they're worth slightly less. Not that that matters anymore. We could have just hired them, but I don't want to take our people and put them into these. I mean, I much prefer when it's slaves that it gets done to. It just feels better somehow. Though I suppose we could, you know, it's too late. We're already here. Let's reform the religion. No, originally we were going to go with the darkness beam, but our power requirements are absolutely huge. Just enormous. For example, we have 5 geothermal generators, I believe, and there's 4. There's the 5th one up there. 5 geothermal generators, 4,000 watts apiece, right? Sorry, 3,600 watts apiece. Then we have 6 bioferrite generators. Each one's doing 4,000 watts apiece. That's over 11 geothermal generators worth of power. Easy peasy. And yet still, when the sun goes down, our batteries start to go down. That's just how ridiculous our power draw requirements are. I'm going to blame it on the 20 war machines we ended up with. That's okay. That's fine. We can now reform our religion. But we're not going with the darkness beam, because if we go with the darkness beam, we'll literally run out of power. Now, I was thinking probably... Supremacist is always good because it gives us shooting specialists. In fact, anything that gives you shooting specialists is always good. Looking through all of these, there's always fun ones like Blindsight, Darkness. Cannibalism I don't think is really necessary for us. Or none of these are really necessary, I think. But I think I'm just going to go with Supremacist. And the shooting specialist always comes in handy. Scarification, we're just going to leave it heavy. I was originally going to crack this up to extreme, but if we do that, everyone requires 5 scars. That's 2 scars for every pawn, so that's about 60 scar rituals. So no, just no, I'm not going through 60 scarification rituals. We can just activate the monolith at this point, and I don't want to have to wait until we've got 60 people or 30 people scarred up with an extra 2 scars apiece. Ooh, execution required is a bit harsh. We'll just say respected if guilty, or maybe don't care. If we put execution at don't care, it's like, yeah, we're pretty neutral on the subject. We don't want to be too extreme now. And diversity of thought, we were up to mild bigotry, so let's just go to intense. Intense bigotry is always a good time. That gives us +5 for uniform surroundings, +3 if all colonists have the same ideology. That's a +8 mood. That's just simple, easy, let's grab it. Oh, slavery acceptable? Yeah, that's good. I don't want to go up as far as honorable. That feels like a step too far. Then we're going to want to chuck on a shooting specialist. Because, well, they're awesome. They can be called a John Wick. Why not? I mean, normally you go with like Rambo or John McClane or something, but I think a John Wick is just, it's a more modern interpretation on the classic. We don't even care about the relics, to be honest. Since we originally went with all of these because, well, usually you get a close combat specialist together at some point. But now, no. Why would we? There's no need for close combat specialists anymore. Now that we've got the ghoul machines. I changed them all to guns. I mean, that's the only thing our people get a use out of. So we get an SMG called Beginner's Luck, an assault rifle called your Daily Carry, and a minigun called your Hymn of Jade. Not that we'll get to look at any of them, but it's just nice to have them, you know? All right, done. The Relic Lunkstunk will not be venerated. Yep, that's fine. Unfortunate, but it is what it is. So that's our new religion. And now if we click on, say, Gizmo here and check their needs, ideological surroundings is +5. They should also have a plus something for something of thought. There is no +3. They should be getting a +3 for everyone having being of the same religion, but that does not seem to be happening. All colonists have the same ideology, should be +3, and uniform surroundings is +5. To get uniform surroundings, you need this thing up here. You need a bunch of stuff of that techest variety. So columns, potted plants, standing wall lamps, or standing lamps, wall lamps, shelves, small shelves, auto doors, tables, all of those things actually count towards it. Now, that's why they've got a +5 already, is because there's like techest tables and stuff in here. Now, give me a second. I think, actually, you know what I'll do? I'm going to convert everyone. We're going to have to wake Yunners up and convert them. We might as well do it while we've got a little bit of time. Right now, we're waiting until everyone's flu runs out. We got a bunch of people got flu, and it's just really frustrating. It's going to have to wait. I want to wait till this wears off before we activate the monolith. For our next little threat, we've got these gore hulks over here. Now, the thing about gore hulks is they can shoot. So we need to bring along some people at the rear so that they can... Whoa. So that they can do some backup shooting. So ghouls up front to tank, people behind to shoot. Ooh, we might want to activate a low shield real quick. Yeah, there we go. You should get back inside. Whoa! Shitsu, that hurt. Dear. Ooh. You guys get back inside there. We do a decent amount of damage. How many of them are left? 65? No, wait a minute. Wait, 59 gore hulks. 56, 53. Oh yeah, we're killing them quite quickly. We've only got 14 seconds left in that. The moment the shield starts to go, though, we're going to send the ghouls on a suicide run or a charge. What are you doing? Cleaning sand? Now? I mean, I like your timing. 27 gore hulks still left. Well, in that case, you guys... unrestricted. And... off you go. We didn't even care about friendly fire with these guys, is what makes them so awesome. Problem solved. Also, I've been thinking... you look at these guys and you think, wow, these guys are pretty awesome. 3 bioferrite generation, minimum containment strength of 60. We don't need them. In fact, I'm looking at these guys here thinking we don't need these guys either anymore. They're just complications that are no longer required. We gain all of the bioferrite we need from our little nuggets over here. These guys are just entities that occasionally get let loose when someone goes on a spree. I think it's time we got rid of them. Would you look at that? It's a Revenant spine. Now, all we have to do is convert that Revenant spine without killing it. You can turn it into a Revenant vertebrae. If someone please come along and do that. I've set the radius to be quite large, and Al? Yep. Wait, no, you're cleaning the Revenant gore. Someone want to grab that real quick? Hey! 2 machine for me. They've got the Revenant vertebrae, and then they're going to combine it over here with 2 shards, which is incredibly expensive, and some bioferrite to make a Revenant vertebrate, which is basically a thing that gives you the ability to use invisibility on a cooldown timer, but without using Psi-Focus. I mean, if you have great casters, this is kind of pointless. If you have no casters at all, this would actually be quite powerful. Once that one's done, well, let's just say this guy's timer numbered as well. Doesn't matter how much you shake, buddy. We've got to part ways, I'm afraid. Minor issue. We've got a few breachers trying to make it into our base. No. We're also killing off the last Revenant, and we're doing a little bit of conversion therapy on some of our prisoners. I think it's time we went out here and said hello to our new friends. They're all impids. This is going to be a fiery problem. Now, let's just make sure they're all in the correct zone. That zone being killing our enemies a lot. They're just as fire as immune as you, so let's all get set on fire, why don't we? Yeah. Oh my god, that guy's crawling away through fire. That's probably not great. What are you doing? And you guys... I love the way our people have come along to fix the walls, and it's like, nope. Hey, look, they're all dead. Or they're all leaving. Oh, only 26 of them died, and the rest of them are like, we're out of here. Honestly, I don't blame them, though. That is... Whoa. Could you, for a second, maybe not walk into the flames? Because that would be stupid. Just, you know... You really feel like they should have just a little bit more self-control than to wander right into flames. But hey, they are what they are. And I think enough of them made it off the map. And these... Yep, I think that went quite well. I love that we can just throw a wave of, like, ghouls at them and everything dies. We'll just make sure we get rid of the stragglers, and then we'll clean up the mess. Right now, what I want to do is get everyone just a little bit more mood, for no other reason than just completionism's sake. You notice here we've got a whole bunch of 2s across the board. We've got 1 3 from mood that's, well, religious related. All these things with blue symbols beside it are what our religion is giving us. So ideological style surroundings, they're in pain, a beautiful lantern festival, sleep accelerator, slept on a slab. And now once universe is converted, this should be the absolute last religious holdout. And everyone else should now be of uniform religion, which means uniform thoughts. Everyone gets a +3. It turns out, if you have a prisoner or a slave who is not of your religion, you don't get uniform thoughts. It has to be everybody. Literally everybody. Now you... Can we make this a slave bed? Not a slave bed, a prisoner bed. Never mind. Tell you what, we shall... yeah, we'll just enslave them again, and then once they're enslaved, we'll stick them back in their little bed there, and they can go back into death rest. Right now, they're still running around, and... even with a bliss lobotomy and a joy wire, they're still managing to find a way to be not perfectly happy. Ha! There's a psychic soothe emanator. Oh, badly malnourished. Right. Did I forget to feed them? Well, this is really awkward. I was about to unveil my grand plan. Well, grand design for Smirk here. The replacement Smirk, I think they were a little bit annoyed that, well, the original Smirk is, you know, the... leader of the colony and basically the philosopher of the colony, or the priest moral guide, plus they're the only one that's married and that has a missus and all that, and they seem to be doing quite well for themselves. Plus, they started off with all of their organs decaying, so new Smirk had to have all their organs replaced, and then they just kept going. So now they have an aesthetic nose, an architect eye, a bionic eye, an aesthetic shaper, a healing enhancer, a coagulator. Got their flesh whip, of course, elbow blade, detoxifier lung, a revenant vertebrae spine that allows them to turn invisible, a detoxifier lung, both of them, nuclear stomach, bionic heart, 2 detoxifier kidneys, and 2 bionic legs. Yeah. Please say hello to Bionic Smirk. Bionic Smirk is not happy that their life has been stolen from them. And we've also given them a gene pack. They've got archaic metabolism, non-senescence, which means they can't get Alzheimer's or carcinomas or anything like that, which is why they nuclear stomachs in there as well. Super immunity, fast wound healing. They're happy because, well, they should really be happy with all of this stuff. Cold tolerant, fire resistant, strong melee, low sleep, meaning they don't even have to sleep nearly as much. Robust, sterile, because unfortunately we had to make some sacrifices here. Unisex beards, pointed ears, mini horns, mild cell instability, which is sort of completely counteracted by the non-senescence pretty much. Poor animals and poor artistic. Well, Bionic Smirk, welcome to the team. I hope you enjoy your time here. Now, if you'll excuse me, there was this mess we have to take care of, and we're going to see just how good these ghouls really are. Right, what we can see here is 20 centipede blasters, 10 lancers, 5 scythers, and 3 war queens. This is quite a mess. I think there's no fire. Oh, and there's a milter. Well, that's great. Now, we need something to distract while we get our people into position. Do we have a low shield pop in there? Yeah, we have a low shield pop. It's fine. Okay, now, the distraction should be inbound right now. All right, Helldivers. Kill. Wait, zone them. Ghoul frenzy them. Then let them loose. That should be absolute chaos. Oh, yeah, almost as much chaos as this. Dear God, so many abilities. Wait. You guys need to, like, line up like that. In fact, we can actually keep you back just a little bit further. You don't need to be that close. There's good. Perfect. Nope. And a bit of Crapodon got a bit hurt. Dear God, they can take a pounding though. And, oh, one of the Crapodons went down, which means it stunned all the rest of them. Which means I think we can go forward a little bit. There you go. This is ridiculous. It's basically a team of drop pod murder machines. They're awesome. Which also reminds me, Adrenal Heart. Increases their attack damage by about 50%, making them absolutely terrifying. Like, they're doing savage damage, while at the same time soaking enormous amounts of it for us. Shit happens, died again, but that was bad to happen. Goulash died. Okay, that's 2. Some people are down, but that's okay. Now we need to get in. Oh, damn it. We need to get in a little bit closer so we can get the last of them. May have accidentally killed one of our own people. Minor bit of a thing, but that's okay. Little bit of self-inflicted harm is fine, especially when it's so cheap to bring them back to life. That was exactly what I was looking for. How many deaths did we have? 3 ghouls went down. All 3 ghouls can be brought back. All 3 ghouls will be brought back. I probably should have used a little bit of metal blood before I let them loose there. Might have been an idea. We did get some power focus chips out of it though. And an advanced component, so it's not a completely stupid... Oh, there's a nanostructuring chip? How many things did we kill? Okay, you know what? We'll worry about that later. For now, there's an actual Imperial trader from the Fallen Empire, which doesn't happen very often. We'll send Smirk down to talk to them. Wait, no. Burke down to talk to them. And currently, Bionic Smirk is getting scarified. They lost their scars when, well, a bunch of their bits got replaced. Wait a minute, you got one to the head and one to the torso. Have you done the next one? Yeah, there's blood on the floor, so... One more? Yeah, we'll just cancel that. And then we'll just queue up a second one straight away. Also, you gotta love Bionic Smirk's new look. They automatically picked up a Panthera fur duster. I think they're trying to compensate for the fact that they just are suddenly single. Or maybe they're celebrating, who knows? Okay, I'm curious. How do you get a scarification on a bionic leg? Wouldn't that be more of a carving? An artistic scar carefully carved into the flesh for realistic... Yeah, well, okay, fine. I cancel these before they're finished. That way we don't have to deal with any mood bonuses or negatives from them. Namely, that way we can do multiple ones at a time. We don't have to worry about them ending up bad. We just cancel them before they finish. It turned out to be a really successful way of doing these things. We'll let Smirk have a meal, and then there is one last implant I have to get before they are absolutely chocked up to the gills with every bionic we can give them. And that is... Love Enhancer. That's the one. Perfect. Go rest until healed. We'll get you a Love Enhancer installed, and that will be it. You will be completed. Pichette over here, we have put her down for a death rest. She can be ready for the moment we activate the monolith, and we also gave them the other Revenant vertebrae, so they can turn invisible for 15 seconds once a day. So once every day you can turn invisible for 15 seconds. Not as good as having, well, the Psycast invisibility, but considering it's an on-demand ability, it's pretty handy. One fun thing I learned about prisoners is normally prisoners, say this one here, is completely unaffected by any of our Yunners. So I think I'm a clone now is not affecting either of these war machines. However, these 2 prisoners here are being affected by our Yunners. Reason for that? We enslave them and then re-imprison them. It turns out if you enslave someone and put them back in, or when someone's a colonist and you imprison them, they still get the effect of your Yunners. That is interesting. That means in theory, we could make a Yunners out of a prisoner. It's just a cheaper way of doing things. Prisoners aren't worth as much for your wealth as someone who's a colonist, and slaves, I think, are worth 75% of their normal value. Just for wealth management reasons, that would mean making a Yunners out of a prisoner would be slightly more efficient, and also technically more humane towards our own colonists. And Flesh Mass Splitter is... Oh, yeah, it's probably attacking the boys down here. And on the bright side, they're clearing out some of the mess. Samuel, what you doing, buddy? That's not great. I think you'll be fine, though, right? Good job. In fact, how about you capture that tough spike? We don't need it anymore. We've got more than enough bioferrite, but hey, waste not, want not. We're also going to make Bionic Smirk the leader of the colony. Why not? I mean, they are basically the new and improved Smirk. So it just makes sense. Smirk gets to be the spiritual leader, and Bionic Smirk gets to be the leader. I mean, it's probably fine. This won't annoy Smirk at all. It's time to activate the monolith. So we're ghouling our ghouls up to maximum ghoulness. Juggernaut serum for 10 days. Gives them a movement speed bonus and increases their melee damage by a further 50%. So a standard issue War Machine style ghoul. We've got Goulash here. Their melee damage has gone up to 32.8%. 32.8. I think they're about 21 before this. So it's, yeah, that's ridiculous. These guys are even tankier now as well. They used to be 19% damage. Now they're only taking 9.4. Right, let's go activate the monolith. Who's going to do it? I'm thinking, you know what, Burke? Actually, have a lavish meal. Burke was born on this tile, so I feel like they should be the one to activate it. I mean, War Machine is just the tile at this point. There's so many War Machines around the place. But Burke was born here. Awaken the Void. This will engulf your colony in darkness for days and attract powerful entities. Make sure you're well prepared. Stockpile food, building material and weapons. Make sure your colony is well lit, has ample power. Avoid relying on solar generators. Ensure your colony is well defended and your colonists are ready to fight. Yeah. Cool. How many shards do we have left? 3. You know what? Give me a couple of more bioferrite generators. It says the light's going to go out. And I'd prefer to have to not power off everything, so a couple more bioferrite generators should help. Alright, Burke. Okay. Not at all ominous. I mean, I was expecting things to get a little bit weirder. The sky darkens, and a malevolent hum fills the air. The monolith has begun to awaken. Your actions have attracted the attention of something beyond human understanding. Soon, structures of the void will begin manifesting into this reality. Activate the arriving void structures to fully awaken the monolith. The first wave will appear shortly. Prepare yourself. Yep, we're already prepared. How's the elephant doing? Yeah, no, he's good. How's the iguana doing? Yeah, no, iguana 1 is fine. Everyone else just go about your day, I suppose. Okay, void structures. Several twisted structures are appearing, seemingly from nowhere. They pulse with a dark psychic energy which wilts nearby plant life. Activate the structures to progress further. Cool. Oh! Metal horrors? Oh, that'd be awesome. Like, I'm just thinking, they have a 50-50 chance of dropping shards. What about you? Oh, I really hope these things drop a bunch of shards. Send in the shits. Send in the shits. Okay, you. And you. Flesh beast tunneling. Oh, cool. Oh, I hope they don't break the wall that keep in the flesh thingy. Where are they? So from what I can see, there's 2 down there. And it looks like there's going to be another one there. Another one there. Another one there. Alright, time to get everyone indoors who's not a ghoul. We're just going to collect everyone over there, and while they're collecting over there, we're going to get the ghouls out here to start smashing this stuff up. I presume this is just going to get nastier and nastier as time goes by, and you guys need to be set to a different group, and oh, I forgot to make sure Bionic Smirk was on the same schedule as everyone else. That was sloppy. And, oh, Flesh Beast. Okay, perfect. The ghouls can take care of that lot. This team are going to have to... You know what? Just go out there and kill them all. Like, I'm not really worried about this team. They're just absolute tanks at this point. They can do really good melee damage, close combat damage, everything damage. They're just solid all-rounders. Yeah, you guys go there. And the ghouls over here. Oh, Frenzy and off the leash. And you guys, Frenzy and off the leash. How's it going? Great thing is they're going to die right where they can get absorbed by the trees. Just saves us time. And any ones that do get close are going to get chopped up by elbow blades. You guys. Oop. Get over there if you wouldn't mind. They're taking care of business, I think business has been well taken care of. Hey, please tell me your spine's gone. Actually, we don't even care now, do we? No, body shots. In that case, we'll just finish you off. These guys are having their fun. Yeah. Oh! Wouldn't shit, you actually got a little bit of damage to them. Nah, they'll be fine. They'll probably poop out a metal horror at some point. Okay, done. How are you boys doing? You had so much fun down here, didn't you? And these guys do drop multiple shards. Look at that, there's 7 shards. Are you kidding me? That is amazing. Actually, 7 shards. What happens if we kill this guy? Make it an 8. Come on, give us 8 shards. Not that I'm greedy. Okay, I'm totally greedy. Okay, it's only 7, but it's fine. There's no real point hunting down anything else out here, is there? We'll send someone out to do the research, but by and large, I think we took care of that quite nicely. You know, it wouldn't be a Killbox edition if a lifter didn't try and wander in. What are you doing? Well, I'm not even sure why you were going in there, but it doesn't make a difference. Just get out. Get out. Stop drawing fire. Oh, look. It's almost making it back. Don't get disabled. No, you're almost disabled now. And ghouls to the rescue. Oh! You nearly did it. This was actually kind of messy. I was a bit slow getting the ghouls here. I maybe should have held off on sending the ghouls out until after we dealt with the flesh beasts. There's a few more left. We'll just let the flesh beasts take care of that, and we'll let everyone else back to work. We've brought Pichette out here to activate this. And we'll just have the ghouls protect her while she's doing it. Oh, this takes a while, does it? Huh. That's a problem. Void metal mass? What are you? Can we attack you? No, we cannot. Okay. Weirdness. Everyone's just healing up, repairing the kill box. The usual malarkey, everything's fine. Al pellets reach level 14 in medical. The Putin machine, how you doing? Don't think you lost anything. Your whole body's fine. You'll be grand. Smirk actually took a bit of damage. You need to be more careful with them. And down here... Okay. Done. Foliage kill radius 10. Well, I mean, it's in the middle of a desert, so not really too worried. Oh, cool, Noctils. Did they appear because it's like time? Entity attack. The activated void structure has generated a twisted psychic pulse attracting nearby entities. Get ready. Okay. Let's get back inside, shall we? Why is my screen flickering like crazy? Oh, Noctils. More Noctils. Right, so bring everyone back inside immediately, and then let the ghouls kill everything in there. Yeah, sounds like a plan. Yeah, I think we've done this before. So, conveyor belt of doom. They get to the end. I don't think they're affected by... There's no light on me. Hold on, let me turn off the mod. I've got a mod that prevents it from looking like it's darkness all the time. In which case, we should probably... Yeah, disconnect those. We don't want them drawing power because, well, if the grid is disconnected at the moment, if we're not getting any solar power anymore, that will eat into our power quite a bit. So you know what? We can live without crops for just a while. We've got plenty of... Whoa, how are those guys still standing? Shouldn't they be pretty much instantly dead? Oh, there we go. Much better. And while we're at it, let's go frenzy it. Perfect. All right, around the outside edge here, yeah, there's a few little bits and bobs, and... What? You are the most suicidal lifter that has ever lifted. You're just going to stay there. You're just going to stay there. I put in there because I was bringing back one of the people with shards, and the enemies were right behind him, so I got him to wall in. Unfortunately, we did have to kill a few. Sight Stealer revealed. I wonder where that... Oh, there we go. Yeah, Sight Stealer, you guys are no good when you have to actually face anything. You can literally take one slap. And if you keep your head, you're lucky. Ooh. Alright, we'll let those finish off, and then once that's done, we'll send out Pichette to the other thingamywhat's-it, the void structure. And I think once the second one's done, that's it. And Kevin, do us a favor, would you? Why don't you go punch that wall? It's going to be down in 0.6 an hour, but we'll let that lifter out of there. We got a lot of stuff that needs carrying. This place is just an absolute mess. How? How did you two get by? Do me a favor, would you? Close that door. Oh, wow. Never mind. They got all the way to the end and they were like, you know what? We're going to go back and attack them from the rear. That's fine. That is fine. Yeah, the ghouls don't care. Shit happens here is taking 6% damage. Ghoulesh is at 100. 7% for little shit replacement. And Shitnanigans is at 100. Let's see if any of them actually make it out. Nope. They keep turning back. And they make a nice little single file line to get themselves killed. Perfect. I'm actually just going to let the ghouls have a snack while they're here. It's just easier. I mean, why not? Goulash there is almost full. In fact, you might just do them one at a time. Just fill them all up. That would have to be a fun thing. They come around the corner and it's like, are they eating in the middle of a fight? That's just rude. Well, yes, we're very rude ghouls. And I think that's the last one. Yeah, perfect. We'll get some snacks and head back. Time to activate this second monolith. You, pop over there immediately and kill that thing. We had to kill a gore hug to get here. Shitsu can take care of that and that. According to this, we have one of two activated. So I presume we activate this and then something else came after us. Fire. Oh, yeah, forget about this. Zone. Clear home area from there. That's going to burn up all those corpses. It's just otherwise. It's too much effort carrying them all over to the Harbinger trees. Perfect. Everyone back home. Dimming sky. And unnatural darkness will soon descend. Make sure the colony is prepared. Stockpile resources. Oh, yeah. It's the pillars again. I remember the pillars. Entity attack. Yeah, okay. The activated void structure. It's drawing entities. What do we got? Oh, cool. Shamblers. And Gore Hulks. You know what? Cool. We'll just man the kill box, I suppose. We might actually put people in it, as opposed to ghouls. Thing is, the Gore Hulks are ranged units. Oh, unless these Shamblers are... Oh, they're going to attack walls. We're going to need to defend against this pretty heavily. So we'll take all the non-injured people who are well rested, and we'll take all the ghouls because, well, they don't need rest. And we'll go meet this swarm head on. Yep, they're smacking on the walls. In that case, we need to open these doors, and we need to open them now. I mean, we don't need to. We could just wait until they slowly chip their way in, but I don't want to deal with the mess. Actually, you guys kill that guy, would you? Come on. Come on, get out of there. Problems of getting caught in a choke point, eh? Perfect. You guys get out here. Guys, do you want to hit the closer stuff? Like, there's literally things right there about to try and nibble on your brains. And you guys are like, hey, let's shoot the far away stuff. That sounds like a smart plan. Muppets. Oop, let's bring out the rest of the team. And the thing is, we have a whole bunch of abilities we could use. I'm just not sure which ones, if any, would be any real good to us. Like Vertical Pulse, these things, are, as far as I'm aware, have no psychic sensitivity, so there's no point. Anything else in here? You know what? Brute Force and Ignorance has a tendency to do an awful lot of damage one way or the other. What do you... Stop that! I wish they'd stop damaging my stuff. Alright, I think we managed to secure a bridgehead. Oh. And maybe we'll send back some of the injured people. You can go home. You can go home. In fact, all three of you can all go home. Anything else left alive that really needs killing? Well, barring those guys, I suppose, that are still vandalizing my walls. So, these Gore Hulks, what are they like when it comes to Manhunter Pulse? Oh, you're kidding me. Gore Hulks kill each other as well with Manhunter Pulse? That is, that's just sad. How about the ghouls? I don't think the ghouls do, or the... whatever those things are. No, they seem perfectly fine. Well then, we'll mop up whatever is left over, but I'm thinking this was, yeah, pretty mediocre sauce. I was expecting more from the Anomaly. You know, just a little bit more evil, a Though I suppose the dimming sky is kicking in and eventually it will get so dark we'll have to go back inside. At some point, accident-prone lost a leg. A little bit of unnatural healing from Xenotaph and leg was restored. Could have used bionics, but... well, this way we have also get a chance of getting some weird mutant appendage like a flesh whip or something. I mean, it just seems a bit more fun to roll the dice that way. Now, at the moment, we've sort of cleared the map. We've also cleaned up this area, repaired our kill box, and dumped all the corpses into a Harbinger tree pile. This should hopefully get rid of most of... actually, there's a bunch more over here, but I'm just not willing to go outside and clean it all. The problem is just cleaning this out is a pain in the butt. You got to make sure everyone gets protected, and new things keep randomly coming in from the edge of the map. Oh, and does anyone want to grab that biofer out? Got all of those, whatchamacallit them? Metal horrors. I wonder if there's a way to consistently spawn those again and again and again, because I would happily go through this several times over. Can you, like, awaken the monolith again and sort of farm it for shards? Because those things are incredibly valuable, and we just got, what, about 14 of them from the very first round of this? Have also decided to do up a few detoxifier lungs. Well, we had some people having problems with the lung rot. Just one so far, but I presume there'll be others because I'm getting a bit lax and lazy about their welfare. It's just we have so many war machines that are immune to lung rot and all sorts of conditions. But I really should be... I should have had detoxifier lungs on everyone, but I figured we were already over-prepared. Detoxifier lungs or kidneys for everyone seemed a little excessive. According to the timer here, void structures are arriving in 2 hours. The boundary between our world and the void is breaking down. Soon void structures will manifest nearby. To fully awaken the monolith, you must activate them. Prepare for their arrival. Already am. People are just hanging around, waiting. Accident prone is still a little bit injured, but mostly done actually. Burke, how you doing? Your left leg got a nasty scratch. You know what? You'll be fine too. Darkness soon. Yeah, one of those direct lamp torches. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. To keep the colonists in the light. This is basically one of those things where if anyone goes out into the darkness, they will get injured. We can't allow people out into the darkness, and then some monoliths are going to land down and we're going to have to kill those monoliths. We're just going to shell them at mortars. That'll trigger angry attacks. We then kill the angry attacks. Then once all the angry attacks of the 3 monoliths are dealt with, we then go out and kill the monoliths themselves. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Unnatural darkness. Here we go. Well, in that case, time to go to schedule and set everyone not to curtain wall. Home zone. Now, this is not the regular home zone. This is the home zone I have designated. So I've designated all of these areas a home zone because they're well lit. People can go there. We could even go up as far as here, but then we'd have to light up this other side. So this should mean everyone can travel anywhere inside this area and not have to worry about the darkness killing them. Yeah, that's pretty dark. Actually, let's not have them go in there. That place looks dark and full of terrors. So, no. No, that's good. Mechs. You will also have to go into the home zone if you wouldn't mind. What? It's like candy to them. They're like, this is the one place that's dangerous. I'm definitely going to go there. Alright, finished. Now, where is the... Ah, there we go. Void structures. Excellent. We got one over here. Cool. We got one over here. Did you just... Rude. You damaged the walls? Ooh. 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 Sorry, 32 metal horrors. 48 metal horrors. They are too kind. And you're a void structure. Send a colonist to activate this. Oh, so we have to fight our way out in the darkness. That's much more fun. All right, let's get a team together and go ourselves a killing. Well, we got a decent-sized team together. We're taking 6 of the ghouls and a bunch of flares. And actually, we're taking Burke as well. Reason for Burke, they have one very useful ability. Solar pinhole. It's like a... Damn it, wrong button. Basically a giant flare. Yeah, we'll pop everyone through here. Oh. That was dumb of me. Yeah, there's some... damn it. I forgot about these things. Send the ghouls forward first. They can tank the shots. We'll keep everyone else behind them. Those acid things are not very damaging, but they are quite annoying. Also, they can do a lot of damage to eyeballs, I've been advised. And who else has got a flare? That is kind of overpowered. Perfect. Problem solved. And that's how many more shards? Oh, this is ridiculous. I wanted more shards and now we're swimming in them. Now, I assume that the moment we activate this, some bad stuff will happen, so we'll have to run back inside again. But that's to be expected. Dream Machine, give us another flare there so we can bridge the gap. Let's get you over there. And Prichette, get to activating right now. And Goulash, go over there to draw fire. Yeah. Missed. Yeah, you hit a ghoul, no one cares. That thing will heal up in about now. Alright, once this is activated, though, we need to get out of here, and there's only 2 left. There's one over here and one over here. And once those 2 are gone, I think... Is that the end? I think that might be the end of this. It doesn't seem very, like, Royal Ascent style dangerous. I've also been advised that you can't combine the raids. So, for example, if you try and get the Royal Ascent ending plus, like, just this ending, or the normal ship drive, like activating the ship engine, it won't work. As in, once you activate the Anomaly ending, it shuts down all of the other attacks. Now, I haven't actually tested that, but that's what I've been advised. So you can't, you know, go crazy. Entity attack, yeah. Attracting nearby entities. Now, what nearby entities did it attract is the question. Oh, here we go. We got a bunch of Shamblers. We got a bunch of Gorehulks. We got a bunch of Gorehulks again. And more Shamblers. So a couple of batches of Gorehulks and a couple of batches of Shamblers. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. So from what I can hear, left side of the base, people are trying to chew through the walls. We then have a bunch of Gorehulks trying to get into the kill box. And then we have another batch of Shamblers trying to dig through these walls. You know what? Let's take the team over here. Maybe if we open up this, the rest of the Shamblers will pour in that section. Would make our lives a little bit easier. Ooh. And we've got a flare. Might stun people a little bit, but if you travel through darkness for only a small bit, you're usually fine. Travel through it for a decent bit and you start getting sliced. We'd prefer not to get sliced. You guys, yeah, you're perfect. Just line up like that, and that will easily smash any of the Gorehulks. Gorehulks don't have a lot of hit points. And over here, we're going to have to go a bit more creative. Reason being is we don't have any light source over this side. So, Burke, we are going to take advantage of your solar pinhole ability. God, they're really chewing away at those walls. I almost regret not bringing more lights. You, say about... Ooh, there should be good. Perfect. We'll bring you all out there. We'll open the doors. We'll start killing some of them. It'll be all good times. Now, you guys, open that door there. Where's the rest of the ghouls? You know what? 3 of them's fine. Right, ghouls open the door. And we start shooting everything on the opposite side. And we've got enough light that we should be able to do this pretty much indefinitely. And then over this side, we just got to do the same thing. Though we do have a few more ghouls, makes things a lot simpler. And yeah, you open that door. Maybe pull you back a tad. There's no point getting you in trouble with this. And done. That should basically be the end of this as a problem, except for the kill box variant, which should also be pretty handy. Oh, the hard part's going to be repairing all of this. Oh, and we're about to get flanked on this side. I think we'll be fine. We'll just grab these ghouls over here. Recover that end. And these guys have had... Seriously? Where are the rest of them? What are you doing? Oh, great. The Gorehulks are going around that way, are they? A whole bunch of them are reversing. Lazy gits. This is just going to be a mess. I think the Gorehulks are a bit confused. I mean, I wouldn't blame them, but... Oh, this is going to be messy, isn't it? Anyone got one of those little turret packs? I actually do. Let's throw it in there and see what happens. Perfect. How's it going over here? Yeah, lots of dead enemies. Perfect. Any of you left alive? Great. And there's a bunch of... these guys are going to trash the place. They're everywhere. The repair bill on this is just going to be astronomical. Anyway, but it's not really that dangerous, just more annoying. A few of them will get into annoying places, and... yeah, let's send... oh, god damn it. We can send dumb shit to take care of a few. Dumb shit Prime, I want you to get over there and kill that one. And how are you guys doing? Oh, just fine. You are greeting the natives quite happily. These guys you don't have to worry about, and the ones that are getting to the kill box are getting slaughtered horrifically. Yeah, I think that's like 80% of all the enemies dead. The rest is just a mop-up. I think I'm just going to let everyone stop, grab a snack, rest, relax, do the rest, do all that stuff, and then we'll use the ghouls to take care of any leaks. Because the ghouls can take a bunch of damage, and oh my god, they're scratching on the walls again. I think the shamblers are the most annoying. If it was daylight, we just run out and blow the bejesus out of them. But it's darkness, so we have to like be careful and use flares and things, and it's just annoying. You. And take that one if you will, if you wouldn't mind. And that's basically it. Run around and take care of the... you can grab that one. Perfect. Before I activate this next monolith, or wait, is it this one? I can't remember. There's a bunch of these monoliths. But before I activate the next one, what I've decided to do is build some more lights. Lots and lots of floodlights. Oh, and I have to install some lungs on people. Samuel, yeah, a couple of lungs for you, buddy. So what we're doing here is just leapfrogging floodlights all along the edge so that we can repair our edge walls. I figure that's as good as it gets. We're not going outside because then we need walls or lights on the outside, and that's just too much effort. And the moment we put up a door, it blocks any light from exiting. So, yeah, I think the outside's just going to be dark and full of horrors, and we're going to be on the inside and nice and warm and cozy. Actually, block that one and block that one, and let's let them go outside and repair the outside stuff first. Right now, what we're doing is we're throwing down flares and we're putting down floodlights pretty much everywhere we can. How's your power looking? Power's looking still pretty solid. We've managed to seal up most of the holes on the inside of our base. The outside, not so much. There's areas that are still a little dodgy. However, where is it? Yep, right there. That should be the last one. Now, construction crews, do your magic. All you got to do is go out there, build those lamps in a reasonable time frame. We still have to get in over here, but I'm waiting for a couple of lamps to get stuck down. Guys, what you doing? Some of you want to get out there and build those? We got problems here. Ooh, and you go grab that one. Run them down. Make them run in fear. I like making the anomalies run. It's like, oh, you got tough stuff, we got ghouls. And I do not blame them for running from the ghouls. The ghouls are just really mean. We're going to take some damage while we're out here, but it really doesn't matter. The ghouls are just going to tank it like champs. Oh, where you going, buddy? You're running out of space, and we're about to get our next boost. No. And your time just ran out. Come on, come on, come on, come on. And problem solved. All right, we'll put you guys back there, and we'll wait until something else happens or something else shows up to annoy us. After much, much slow grinding, this is mildly frustrating. You have to sort of slowly build out the lights. I should have built these out earlier. I just thought this would be the normal darkness thing where we just, shut out the pillars and we'd be good. But since we have to go over to these things and we have to defend against everything that's coming at us, I have to repair these walls before I can activate. Like if I activate this and we get another bunch of breacher raids, we don't have any walls to protect us. So I have to go around, relight the entirety of our base, or light the entirety of our base, so that we've got our walls fixed. Take a little time, just a scooch. Okay, we have cleared the map, mostly. We have also rebuilt all of our walls. Well, not the outermost layer, but we've rebuilt all the double doors. We've even put lights on the inside little corridor thing so we can repair the outside doors without getting slashed. Learned that the hard way. And now we're going to activate the second last monument. There should be one more over here we have to activate, and that should be 5. And that's assuming that's the last ones. It said to activate 2, then it's activate 3. So unless there's another round where we have to do another 4, which I wouldn't put it past Randy, we'll see. You guys, how are you looking? Yeah, and we've also been getting lots more Harbinger trees. What are we up to by now? 85 Harbinger trees? Perfect. All right. Shit, you almost done with that? We've got your little escort group here ready to go, magic abilities and all. So once that's done, we go back inside, we weathered whatever the storm is, and then we go out and we hit up that one. We could try doing a hopscotch cross and just using lots of invisibilities, but that seems like it's against the spirit of the thing. Let's see what they have to throw at us this time round. Yeah, entity attack of some sort. What do we got? We got Gore Hulks. They'll go where they need to go. You guys are more Gore Hulks. You'll go where you need to go. And you guys are Devourers. Okay, so all of you are going to go towards the kill box. Yeah. Yeah. Give me a minute. I'll take care of this. The thing is, all of these guys are affected by Manhunter Pulse, so I'm just going to lure them into the kill box and then let them kill each other. Simpler for us. You can't really see them too well there, but you can see what happens when we highlight them with this spell. A lot of them are suddenly just going to start killing each other. Yeah, we'll let them do that for a bit. In fact, it might just be faster to let them into the kill box so that we can murder them all. And actually, I think we might. I think... Yeah, I do believe the Devourers are actually eating... Yep, they're eating the Gore Hulks. That's... Yeah. Go for it. I'm kind of interested to see what happens when they regurgitate them out. Like, how badly messed up are they? Oh, there it is on the ground, and it has... It's not dead, but it's lost a bunch of its parts. In fact, it's lost a tentacle and a left arm spike. This thing might be able to dissolve certain enemies, or the limbs on certain enemies. I mean, it'll be very tricky and hard to obtain, but it might be doable. And for the final one. Finally. Yes, there's a lot of finals in there. You guys, get over here. Cover Prichette while she deactivates this or activates this void structure. There's a few random things about the place, but as far as I'm aware, this is the last one. Over here we have some leftover junk in here. I think there's a Devourer in here somewhere or two, but they're injured and kind of confused. They'll either figure it out or they won't. I've left a few ghouls here just to cover this area in case anything tries to wander in. The weird thing is that flesh wall has made sure everything has spawned from one direction. Perfect. Now let's go. And we'll close the door behind us. Thank you very much. Entity attack. Yep, kind of to be expected. Let's see what we got. Yeah, Gore Hulks. What? Devourers. More... what have we got? More Gore Hulks. And finally... Gore Hulks and Devourers. Right, so... Killbox again? Manhunter Pulse? To break this last wave, we're just going to use Lord Dysentery. It seems entirely appropriate that we use someone named after me that has stopped so many armies in the past, and that would be Dysentery. And... Oh... Yeah, is that thing... digesting stuff? Digesting Gore Hulk, 33 seconds. Okay, so these things are actually digesting the Gore Hulks. That is... They prioritize stuff that they can digest as opposed to larger critters. That's good to know, actually, because I was going to try body blocking them with... Where is it? Diablos? And then have our people behind it. But if they target smaller units... yeah, the comments did say that as well. That could be a problem. Oh, and while that's going on... Lord Dysentery, would you please make their lives a living hell? And... They gobbled each other up. Perfect. I'm pretty sure the Gore Hulks are going to have a great time eating everything. Wait, what? Why? Why was he there? Why was any... They went to repair that because that was in the zone. Right, I need to get emergency people out there right now before they're fully digested. How long have they got? 28 seconds. Okay. I mean, we could lose someone. I would really hate to do that, so let's not. We have lots of abilities and all... Oh, and everyone's asleep and in bed. The closest team we got is the people in the kill box. I think we have to send a lot of them. Time to go. Dysentery, I'm going to need you to sprint, buddy. Again. Oop. Oh. That guy's a problem. The moment we open that door, he's going to gobble us. I don't think we can even skip ghouls. I think ghouls are immune. As in, their psi... They don't have any psi sensitivity. Oh, no. I tell a lie. You can skip them. Okay, quick. Jeez. Okay, we got one last skip and you go. You skip that. Oh, we can't skip him. Can we make him spit him out somehow? Do we have anything that could work? Stun. Nope, stun does nothing. How about a vertical pulse? Would that work? Yeah, where's vertical pulse? Yeah, that's going to hit the ghouls as well. We don't want that. Oh, the door behind it's closed. How do we get it out of there? Try beckon? Oh! It actually spit him out when we beckoned. Oh, okay. How you doing, Kaka Ex Machina? You have acid burn. Okay, not too bad. Okay, being tough has its benefits. Okay. That was not horrendous. Ghouls, do your job. Dear Lord, okay, I got a little bit worked over, up over nothing, it seems. Those guys, they took care of the problem. That does not look good. Guys? Maybe get over there. Close the door. I mean, I don't know if that'll help against a monolith that's about a rampage, but I'm willing to take that risk. Alright, you. Do another quick manhunter pulse here to make sure these things stay busy. I love the way we've actually managed to completely destroy most of this with just one person with manhunter pulse. Which, again, incredibly broken. Don't go there, Iguana 1. It's not worth it. You have so much to live for. Twisting intensifies. The monolith shape has begun to distort and shift with growing intensity. Something is about to happen. Okay. What you doing? That's not good. That's metal horrors. Alright. Everybody up. Oh. The problems of cloning everything. Okay. And why is there red stuff over here? You know what? It's just some minor stuff. What is going on? Death Iguana 1. I warned you, Iguana 1, not to do it. The monolith has fully awakened. A swirling dark vortex sits atop its peak, forming a conduit to it avoid. Go to the monolith and use it to pass through to the other side. Doing so will end the unnatural darkness and end the horror assault. Huh. Okay, that seems pretty handy. Alright, everybody. You know what? We'll send in the ghouls first to clear this area. That seems like a very reasonable thing to do. Also, they're trashing some of our gear. That's just... What the... Why can't we get... Void metal mask got in the way. It blocked the door? I don't know what the odds of that were, but it seemed highly improbable. Fine. Attack that wall segment. We're going to need to make a door. Pseudonym here is still cooking. Good job, buddy. Yeah, I think those ghouls are about to get shot in the back like a whole bunch, so we'll just move everyone forward just a scooch. Yeah, I think the mortar shells just went off. That was kind of frustrating, but it's okay. It's okay. It set the metal horror on fire. I didn't think that was impossible. Okay then. It says we have to send... What does it say again? Go to the monolith and use it to pass through to the other side. Doing so will end in the natural darkness. So, activate or go here. No. Who gets to activate it? I suppose it should be kind of War Machine because, well, they've been training for it your entire life. It could be Bionic Smirk. I mean, we did rebuild them. Stronger, better, faster. But I feel like, well, Burke was born here. And they're beating it in 17 hours. How did... Guys, stop shooting through each other. Okay, you know what? Burke, go lie down. You know what? That's... You're out, I'm afraid. You're going to have to go lie down in bed and get treated. Or... Prichette, get over here for a second, would you? Give us a coagulate on Burke. And everyone else who's injured needs to go lie down for a bit. Alright, Burke. You're good to go. Time to activate. All the rest of you, back to work. Ghouls, hang around, just in case something nasty comes out of the void. Okay. That is a pretty cool graphic, though. Okay. Send a colonist to touch this. Touch void node? Touch void node. A sphere of writhing psychic energy rises before Burke. Burke feels a presence inside his mind, deeper than a normal human sense. He stands on the shoreline of an infinite black ocean of power. It beckons him in. Nearby architect devices support the sphere along fragile connections. Burke Edgerill could disrupt them, closing this link between worlds, or he could step into the sphere and merge with the void. It is unknown what dark power could be gained from such an inhuman act. Oh, well, I do hate the automatons and toasters and, well, machines in general. They're probably going to destroy us all. Or we could embrace the void and become one with the machines. Oh, I think I gotta destroy it, right? It's pure evil. Embracing it just seems like kind of weak sauce. I'd prefer to destroy it. It's not that I'm all about the destruction. It's just, you know, this thing is definitely bad, right? Let's maybe back up from... Sorry, Burke, this might have been a one-way. You were the chosen one. Beginners reach level 7 in social. Beginners reach level 4 nanos. What? The psychic flows destabilize, and the twisting machinery screams. The swirling void flickers. Burke Edgerill feels it shuddering and collapsing into itself. The metallic cavern begins to twist, reshaping like the chambers of a massive heart. Before Burke Edgerill has a chance to scream, he blinks out of existence. Burke Edgerill has rejected the void. His story continues. Well, Burke, and ended up sacrificing yourself. Maybe we should have sent War Machine. At least they had copies. Well, Tynan, I was expecting more... Wait, what? Ooh, that's more shards. Relations with the Union have gone... up, up, up. Like, I gained like 50 points with 4 factions. Burke Edgerill returns? Hey, cool. Burke is back. Wait, the monolith is still there? And we've unlocked everything. Perfect. So that was just the last 2 ones? I was expecting big evil monsters. Instead we just got attacked by a bunch of devourers, some noctills, some... what was it? Some sight stealers, and a lot of shamblers. The shamblers were the worst. Everything else was very dealable with, but the shamblers are just annoying because they chewed on the walls. Like, we have all of these holes along the outside area that I never got a chance to fix because we couldn't leave our walls because of the unnatural darkness. Also, I got to install lights everywhere. We have 57 shards. Oh, that is just... And we have just a stupendous amount of bioferrite. Between all of our nuggets, we're making about 106 bioferrite a day. However, between all of our expenditures, we're spending about 78, which means we're making about 24 bioferrite profit. Not exactly great. However, we are getting a little bit more from here, so it's like more like 30 bioferrite profit. Still not wonderful, though I will point out, while we were in unnatural darkness for ages, which reminds me we can turn off a bunch of these. I built a couple of extra ones to tide us over while we were in the unnatural darkness. I think it's still more efficient to make solar panels and wind turbines, though at the same time, you're going to have to worry about that unnatural darkness on the final level of the monolith, completely shutting down all your solar power. That was painful. The altogether most overpowered thing in this game so far is the corrupted obelisk that allows you to duplicate people. That is... oh... okay, at first I thought the most powerful thing was going to be the ability for death refusal. That could allow you to duplicate Emperor titles and get everyone lots of psi levels. That could allow you to just daisy chain it all the way along to people. But the fact that you can just make one super pawn and duplicate them 30 times? No, that is so broken. Especially considering we just gene spliced on dead Cam, and then we ended up with 30 people who have psychically hypersensitive, nimble, tough, dead Cam, was it super immunity, deathless, all this stuff, like all of this stuff on top of it. A waster was probably the best choice, so long as you can get dead Cam on them and a few other things like robust. You basically have an all-around, they'd make a perfect ghoul, they make a perfect Yunners, they make a perfect colonist. The only things they can't do is cooking, animals, and artistic. I mean, you can find a few people to fill in that. You don't need a lot of artists, you don't need a lot of animals, and you only need one or two cooks. And they can fill in literally everything else. Just redonkulous. For absolute funsies, let's just grab everyone for a minute and hit draft. Yep, that's our special abilities. I think they go off the screen. We can't actually see the ones at the top. Yeah, I've deselected some, and we've got too many. Too many. Doesn't make a difference. MVP of the entire game, Manhunter Pulse. It killed more things than pretty much well, maybe except for the ghouls. The ghouls killed a lot of things. But Manhunter Pulse basically works against Gore Hulks, Devourers, all the Flesh Beast variants. Basically, it just trivial. I don't think it works against the Sight Stealers. No, it couldn't have to work against the Sight Stealers. But that's just... oh, that is so dumb. That will probably be patched out. Even though it's a level 6 ability, it shouldn't be able to do that. Maybe the Flesh Beasts leave it in, but all the Devourers were the only thing that scared the bejesus out of me. They're terrifying. The fact that they can swallow your pawns like that, it leaves you in a horrible position where if there's 30 of them and you've only got 10 pawns, you got to run. You cannot stand your ground. You're going to need to feed them something to just keep them busy. This kill box never got as much as a workout as it deserved. I really wanted to use this the Diabolus incinerator cannons more, but there was no real need to. We barely ended up using this at all. In fact, even the centipedes and stuff, we just ended up running them down with ghouls. Ghouls are just so powerful that you build them just right, tough, robust. Give them ghoul plating and you're good to go. Oh, and that Juggernaut Serum, not half bad. That extra melee damage and movement speed, absolutely perfectly useless. Or perfectly useful. When it comes to kills, highest ones was Pseudonym here. Then Smirk, Victor Savinov, and then it drops off quite a bit. A lot of them were animal kills. Yeah, not too surprising. Most human kills was Smirk. Yeah, no, that checks out. Then we've got most animal kills coming in at Pseudonym here, followed by Smirk. Well, they're all, Smirk and Pseudonym here were our longest running colonists. For killing the mechanoids, again Smirk, Pseudonym here. Brichette did pretty solidly on all of these, but didn't come close to the top on any one of them. I don't know how. She was probably our go-to for... she was drawing shamblers into things. She was more speedy, stealthy, dragging stuff into others. She saved our butts a bunch of times, but the kills don't really reflect it. Our number one ghoul, and by a huge margin, Shih Tzu. I don't know why, but looking under kills, they have 930 kills. 815 of them were entities. I don't know how. That's ridiculous. It's not like they were able to fire stuff at them, so... Like 710 is pretty good. I think the second highest was Full of Shite, who's got 792. That's number 2 on the list. So somehow, Shih Tzu has just scooped the lead of all the ghouls. In fact, that's just a ridiculous amount of kills. 930 is higher than pretty much everyone else. 339, none of the humans come even close. The ghouls were just too handy. When it comes to the religion, I learned a bunch of stuff. Namely, I don't like the pain is virtue meme with heavy scarification. Light scarification is fine, but it's just the amount of time spent scarring people is a pain in the butt. Also, anyone who heals or has scar removal, just very annoying. However, if you were doing a nomadic playthrough, I think pain is virtue is great. Rough living means you can sleep on the ground and they don't care. They don't care about temperature. So if they sleep in a hot room or a cold room, they don't get any negatives for it, which normally is a problem if you're doing nomadic playthroughs. You don't have time to temperature control everything. However, the transhumanist meme did kind of conflict with that at times, what with needing all of this power. I have never had a base this power hungry. We're just burning through power like crazy. And at the end of the day, I don't think we needed a transhumanist. It was not as helpful as you would hope. I mean, the one biggest advantage of transhumanist is actually a weird one. It's techist. You get this techist style. And what that means is you can grab something like, say, this table here. So, right here, we're just outside the range, and we're getting nothing out of this. And then the moment we step one tile closer, it does seem to require line of sight, though. It doesn't work around corners. Yeah, that's news to me. I didn't realize that. Also, I built one over here for some reason. I can't remember why. Probably to cover this area. But now that they're here for a little bit, they should have a +5 any second now. There we go. Nope, still not. There we go. +5 for ideological style surroundings. Meaning if you just space out your tables 27 tiles apart out in an open area or have one table in a room. For example, you come into this room, there's no ideological surroundings. However, if we reinstall the table somewhere in here, anywhere at all, then what happens is the people in here will also get the bonus. So we check here, we have ideological style surroundings. That should disappear in a second. Yeah, it's gone. Then we'll chuck in a table. And once that's deployed, you'll have to give it about 5 to 10 seconds. Where are we? Yep, there we go. Ideological style surroundings. And that works no matter how big the room is. So the moment anyone enters this room, it's got enough tables and all sorts of stuff, the same thing happens. So putting a table pretty much in every room and then disabling it as a gathering spot, probably a smart plan so they don't have parties there, would allow you to keep a +5 mood bonus for everyone, assuming you got massive bigotry. However, you can also gain a +3 from uniform thoughts, but that also means any prisoners you get that don't have your religion or any slaves will also cause problems, so you can't keep prisoners who don't have your religion, or the moment you arrest any prisoners that don't have your religion, you lose that +3 bonus, so it's less useful in my opinion. But +5 mood for just having a table nearby. Kind of awesome. Another incredibly overpowered ability is the Transmute Steel. These weird, creepy joiners that can show up have unique abilities like Xenotap's one. This one is unnatural healing. It's basically a healer mech serum, but a 6-day cooldown. It can cure a missing limb, fingers, scars, even illnesses that can't be cured, like dementia, all that type of stuff, cancers. Like, it can cure anything, which is kind of ridiculous. Well, it can't cure Luciferium addiction. Nothing can cure Luciferium addiction, killing people and bringing them back from the dead, scooping out their heads. Nothing. Nothing gets rid of Luciferium addiction as far as I'm aware. But a 6-day cooldown on that just means you have basically massive healing on tap. It's kind of crazy. Even if someone died, you brought them back with a Resurrector Mech Serum, and then they got Resurrection Sickness, which is normally incurable. Unnatural healing. Yep, you can cure it with that too. However, what's even more stupidly overpowered is this ability, which is Transmute Steel. Oh my god. We're able to make this large shrine, a large steel shrine for 300 steel. Then we convert it, and anytime it converts to gold, it deconstructs into 1,500 gold, which is insane. I think they messed up here in that they only expected you to convert piles of steel on the ground. So 75 steel to 75 gold is fine. But what they seem to have forgotten is when you make a building out of steel, it takes 10 times as much gold to make the same building. So you make that building out of 300 steel, then it converts back to half the amount, but that's actually still 1,500 gold. That's terrifying. That's 3 gold statues. Each one of these statues is worth about 3.5 grand to sell. And you can do that every 20 hours. It's got a recharge time of 20 hours, and it's got about a 1 in 4 chance of converting the statue, which means every 4 days you can make yourself about 10 grand's worth of money. 10 grand every 4 days, assuming you stay on top of that. That's mental. That is just ridiculous. Which brings us right back to ghouls and how absolutely insane they are. Yeah, absolutely mental. I think with 20 ghouls, you could probably just steamroll anything. Assuming they've got fire resistance, even mechs, you should be able to just roll over them. Only thing that's a danger to these would probably be the fire enemies, because fire enemies can kill the corpses and you can't resurrect them. Ooh, what's a monolith fragment? Nope. I need to go to sleep. I gotta stop this. Hey, what do I think of Anomaly? It's pretty good, but I was not feeling the danger, if you know what I mean. Sight stealers are only annoying if you don't have a kill box and you don't know they're coming. So long as you stay inside and get them at a choke point, they're basically just incredibly weak melee enemies. The hard part is if you get caught outside, then yes, they will shred you, but as long as you're prepared for them. Shamblers are pointless unless they're the ones that breach walls, in which case they're really annoying. Gore Hulks are kind of dangerous, actually. The fact that they run away from you if you try to close the melee distance makes them quite interesting. You're better off just shooting them from a distance, but you need some kind of chump blockers, which is where ghouls come in or people with shield belts. Deathpall, that only happened once, I think. I think we only got hit by Deathpall once, and I was really paranoid. I was cleaning up corpses like crazy and trying to get them out of the way so that they couldn't get resurrected, but I think we saw Deathpall just one time. Flesh Beasts, yeah, Manhunter Pulse just makes them useless. Manhunter Pulse also makes Gore Hulks useless. Pitgate, awesome. Love the Pitgate thing, the ability to go underground, really like that. The Dreadmelds, yeah, we just... the fact that you can use a pit gate as a toxic waste disposal just kind of makes that useless. The Flesh Mass Heart was quite fun to fight, but once you've tamed it, it's actually quite useful. I mean, the thing is, depending on the map, assuming you've got a few more rocks to work with where you could wall it in or things like this, you could pretty much wall off most of the map and then have everything only come in one direction and then feed it right into a kill box directly. That would stop all walk-ins from coming from any other direction but the one you want, including breachers, which would make life so much simpler. So there's really nice ways to make that work for you. Downside, of course, would be occasionally those underground pits that spring up. Actually, they've all collapsed, but those underground pits can break those graves, and I'm pretty sure they'll patch the graves out as well. Those graves are just way too powerful. Because enemies can't attack the graves, it means unless a pit actually forms underneath it and destroys the grave, these things will just last forever. Chimeras are, well, just strong manhunters. They can be quite painful, I'd say, but by and large, just strong manhunters is all you're really getting with those. Devourers are terrifying if you don't have the weapons to deal with them. If you don't have Manhunter Pulse or you can't outrun them and kite them, you're in a lot of trouble. Those things are just, they're so tanky, they can get in close, and they shoot the defenses. They're the one thing that scares me out of this whole thing. The Noctils that come out of the Noctilites, they're kind of annoying, but the fact that you can just mortar that once or twice, the Noctils all spawn, means you can just mortar it safely from a distance, lure the Noctils into your kill box, slaughter them, and then go out and finish off the monolith. Kind of makes them less problematic. As long as you got mortars, they're easy peasy. Revenants, they'd be scary with small player counts. Once you've got higher ones, I wouldn't classify them as too much of a threat. But if you're sub 8 colonists, very dangerous. 10 plus colonists, far less so, because you've got the firepower to churn them down. Those things just have a lot of hit points. Metal Horrors, scary at first. I think that would have been far more dangerous if we were not playing with Nutrient Paste Dispenser. The thing is, if your cook gets it, and your cook can infect all your colonists, it seems it's about a 5% chance for every meal they cook, and as well as that, any meals they cook can still infect your colonists even after you've disposed of the metal horror in the colony. So if a sick cook cooks some meals, then you manage to find the metal horrors and they all get expunged, and then your cook eats some more meals, then you can just get a second outbreak without any respite. So having a Nutrient Paste Dispenser, yeah, seems like a real good deal. Or maybe making a whole bunch of survival meals, so that when the time comes and you get a metal horror, immediately stop all cooking, finish off all those meals, and then switch over to survival meals. Like, stop all cooking, switch over to your survival meal stockpile until the thing is dealt with. Or switch to pemmican. I think pemmican is unaffected. I'll have to double check that, but as far as I'm aware, pemmican can't give you metal horrors. Don't quote me on that. More testing is required, but I don't think you can. Which would mean pemmican would have a good use. Nicosphere was interesting, but you should throw it, like, I think the plan here with the Nicosphere is this. It shows up, and you can immediately throw it into storage and study it and all that, and you can use it as a weapon to fire at people. However, over time, it will eventually turn on you and try and kill all your people. So you either have to fire it at things until it dies, or it will turn on you and you'll have to kill it yourself. And it is quite tough and dangerous, but so long as you've got a Mechanator and you can summon in mechs to throw it, it'll just die to mechs. So any mech attacks or mech quests, you can throw it at them and it will get really badly damaged. Blood Rain was actually, it set one of our colonists berserk. It's basically like toxic fallout, but you cannot go outside. If you go outside and your people have high size sensitivity, they go berserk really quickly. I was a bit lax about it. I was assuming it was toxic waste or like toxic fallout. No, the moment that happens, you got to bring people back inside. You got to roof over all your areas. If they spend more than 3 or 4 minutes out there, they will go berserk, and then you got to psychically shock them or beat them down. That's not good. Golden Cube was, I think that'd be more dangerous in a smaller colony, but one thing we had going for us was Nomad Gunslinger or Occultist. Their entity study rate and study efficiency plus 100% means it usually takes them about half as long to study anything, which is why we were able to smash through so much stuff so quickly. So when that golden monolith thing or golden cube shows up. Supposedly it takes a very long time to research it, but we did it over twice as fast, which meant we only ended up with 2 addicts. Normally what happens is multiple colonists end up as addicts, and if you had a small colony, that would be actually very, very dangerous. Unnatural corpse, yeah, that one was kind of pointless, it seems. The unnatural corpse lands, and you have to study it really quickly. Again, we were able to study it really quickly because of Nomad Gunslinger, and at the same time, it turns out if you destroy the corpse, the corpse reappears faster than the study rate expires. Normally you can study it again 2 days later, or you could just destroy the corpse, and usually the corpse will appear within half a day to a day, which means you're having the time it takes to get your study done. Otherwise, that could be dangerous, it seems. People were advising me the unnatural corpse comes back to life and kills your colonists, and it kills them permanently. You can't death refusal them, you can't bring them back anyway. It basically burns out their brain, and there's no way to recover them. That's kind of terrifying, but so long as you're able to destroy the corpse, you can study it real quick. Corrupted obelisk can mutate your pawns to give them flesh whips and tentacles and things, but unless you're a transhumanist, that's not going to make people happy. Also, even if you are transhumanists, it makes people who are non-transhumanists hate you socially, so you pretty much have to be running the transhumanist meme to make that useful. Otherwise, just destroy it. Yeah, use your Diabolus Cannon. Diabolus Cannon can destroy it in one hit, and it won't cause any corruption on the map. Warped Obelisk. That's the one that warps you underground. I mean, it's good early game, but once it gets past the early game and you've got some decent gear, I don't see a use for it. So, Diabolus Cannon Shot. And the Twisted Obelisk, that's the one that... Actually, wait, I got that wrong. No, sorry, Corrupted Obelisk is the one that clones you. That's really great. It's the Twisted Obelisk is the one that gives you the tentacles. But the Cloning Obelisk, yes, amazing, super powerful. Get a really high-level pawn and clone them forever. All in all, quite happy with the additions, but just not enough oomph to it, I suppose. Not enough. I think the royalty ending was far more terrifying than this, just with the stuff it threw at you. I think what makes this ending so much less dangerous is no mechanoids. Mechanoids are the scariest thing in the game, because if you see 30 centipedes coming up, doesn't matter what way you're built, that is going to hurt. That is going to hurt an awful lot. Devourers, maybe, were what they were trying to go for, but Manhunter Pulse neutralized them. So if they get rid of Manhunter Pulse affecting Devourers, I think that would be an awful lot scarier. But right now, less so. But come on, it's Rimworld. Anything to give me new content to play Rimworld was more than happy to do. All right, next up, I've got to put up a quick poll as to what game we want to play next, but I think I want to go back and have a quick dip at X4. Turns out they released some new stuff for it, though I might wait another few weeks. It's just, this was kind of an intense playthrough. I might want to, relax and try a game that's just a little bit less stressful than Rimworld for a while. Anyway, this was the Anomaly DLC. I hope you enjoyed it. Good luck.